Whew, it's still windy. Good morning everybody, welcome back to the farm. There has been so many changes and I'm so excited to show you what they are. So, I'll start by the beginning, and that is water. So, let me show you what Eddie and Alex have been doing in the last few days. We put the pipe under the ground here, but between these two raised beds is how we entered into the veggie garden. It came all the way along from the watering point underground, under the fence here, and then under all my ornamental plants, where it is now stapling the last piece of this pipe. On the inside of the garden, on the veggie garden side, the pipe comes through here between these beds under the ground, and we've planted it very nicely. You can't see it at all going along this bed, and then we turned it here going along this little raised bed here under the ground and up this pole, and here you go, lovely connected, ready for watering and irrigating everything. Peter and I are building this worm farm. I'm going to give it a try. I've never done it before, so let's see how that goes.
The big driller just broke it. We can drill big holes as we go.
No, that's perfect. Those sizes are perfect. So we're drilling holes in the bottom of this container. So good morning.
Hello, everybody. We're drilling again.
The last time you were drilling as well. No, the last time you helped me with that arch, Leafy. I think it's fair to say here that you are going to drill 1 million holes in this bottom of this container if you're making a worm farm, so just be prepared if you want to try this.
Is it better if they go like this rather than just straight?
I like the up and down, yeah.
You like the zigzag?
I think it makes it, gives a few more holes in it. Once you've made the holes in the bottom, you need to make holes at the top, which allows for oxygen for the worms. 5. Whee! What I'm doing now, we're going to have to fill it with some compost, like just rough, unbroken down compost, and then I'm going to put feed in, this feed, and then I'm going to put my worms in.
You got worms?
Yeah.
Where did you get them?
I got them from the school's garden.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they survived sitting in this bag for a while. I'm sure they would have. So then we're going to put them in and see how they live.
Okay.
We take the castings, because we're going to use a lid at the top and one at the bottom for a lid at the top and the bottom to capture the castings and the worm juice. Thank you for doing that for me. Okay, so dump it. We're putting this compost in at the bottom. Oh, look at the worm. Can you see?
Only seeing one worm.
Yeah, no, I think there's more. There's one. A really nice one. Shame, I think they're desperate for a bit of food and a better environment. This is very hot. We shot a bit. Look here. Oh, easy. It's my camera. There's some worms. Nice. Okay, so this soil is quite cool. And it's nice and moist actually still. Alright, so there's another worm. It looks
You're going to
lethargic.
put this food in there?
Yes. That's just, I used all the scraps from the last few days' dinner.
So just pour it in there?
Pour half of it, okay?
Half of it?
Pour half of it, yeah. More.
That's half, more than half.
Okay, I think there's so much water, put more. Put all of it.
All of it.
cool. And now we're just covering it up with soil. And that helps that all sorts of other critters don't come there, like the fly that was just there. And now they can feed. I'm going to put some other scraps on top so they can work on that as well. And that's our compost of worm bin, babes.
Yeah, that.
Yes. So what happens now is we have the two bins inside each other. So the top bin is the one with the holes in. The bottom one is just a, you don't have to put a whole bin. You can actually put just a lid or something, because that's where the worm castings are going to go drain into. And then that juice you take to fertilize your plants. Natural fertilizer.
Okay, where must I move this to?
We're going to move it into the shade on the other side of this compost bin. Okay, great. Now I'm just going to put the lid on, and that's it.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done.
Hello,
Hi, Dirty Five. Sus. It's just compost. Okay, thanks, Leafy.
Okay.
Today is Sunday the 3rd of September. It's actually our anniversary, our 6-year anniversary. So, I want to show you my garden as it is at the moment. So, because I'm not going to have any footage for a week. I'm away for a week. So I'd like to look at it right now and then see in a week's time again what it looks like. This is the spinach bed, or the Swiss chard, the rainbow chard. These leaves are huge. They are the size of my hand with my fingers at least. Like that. Excuse my dirty nails, I just made the worm bin. So, and I didn't have time to clean up yet. So this is the Swiss chard. They are looking amazing. And then from here it's baby spinach. But again, compared to my hand, look, okay, something is loving my baby spinach as much as I am. But look at the size of this leaf. They're so big. And the same with the mustard leaves. They are huge. My hand is behind it. You can see it in the shadow. And it's like one of the medium-sized leaves, I would say. We harvested last night as well of this. Our icicle radishes, they are 2 nunus. They were planted on the, let me see, on the 3rd of August. It's a month ago. I saw this morning when I was watering, there is some lovely ones. Look at that one. That is such a nice little icicle forming. Look at that. I saw another one somewhere, but anyway, they're doing really well. A month later we can eat them. They will be nice and sweet like the one last night. Here's the normal radishes, or the Easter eggers. What are they called? Easter egg, yeah. There's another one. They're looking really lovely and they're just very sweet. Then we have turnips here, purple top turnips. They obviously a lot slower growing. Marigolds, lemon drops at the end over there. Here we've got our sweet peas. They're really struggling to grow. They're very, I have to say, I don't water them a lot. But look at them. Some of them are growing nicely, some of them are not so nice. But they do get a lot of heat from this side as well. But they will be fine. They're all along this bed. And then we encounter the garlic, the stiff-neck garlic. We've got smaller plants, younger plants, and then older plants. So we'll see how that come about, how they develop. Our white Texas onions. With some sweet peas at the back. We have a little brandywine, purple. This is a cherry tomato, and I'm very excited to taste it. So it's doing its thing there. In this bed we have the watermelon, calendula at the end, with some marigolds here and there in between. Moving on to red onions, red Creole. They're looking not as strong as the white ones and not as prolific either. We have a bean in there. Hello, Mr. Bean. Looking a little bit yellow. Under this arch, we're growing this grenadilla or passion fruit. The sweet dumpling also germinated and is growing. Little dumpling. On the opposite side of the arch, we have this grenadilla that's been taking a bit of strain, but it looks like there's new growth. And it's happy. The beetroot is doing fantastic. Wow. The leaves are doing excellent. I do not see any bulb. Wow, look at that. In a few days, bulbing has started to happen. Look at that. Bulbs. So we are starting to get some little beetroots, and as you can see, some of them are bigger actually. Let's see from the side. If you want to eat baby beetroot, which I think we should do to thin this bed out, that'll be good. This bed is really very full of beetroot. Look at that. The beans over here doing well. This one is now starting to go up the trellis, and that's very good. I planted this melon, a sweet melon, into the soil after it germinated in the house, and it looks like it's died. I don't see any life around there. I also planted an okra here, and what is this? I just saw something has germinated. Can you see that? Let me see. What have we got here? I'm too scared to open it. It could be the melon that flushed away this way. We'll give it a few more days. In the same bed, the Malawian soya bean is growing really nicely. I am so happy about this sweet dumpling. And now I've got 2 more, but I've in the past grown them and they grow a little bit, then they die. So I hope these ones are going to survive nicely. This whole bed is full of ground beans, and only one germinated so far. And it's doing well. I'm disappointed that there's not more of it, but I'm thankful that one at least germinated, and I can maybe get some seeds from this one. Let me tell you the story about the ground beans and I. When I was a little girl, my granny and my mum used to grow this, and then they used to cook it. You boil it up, and the outside husk or skin or peel, what do you call it? It's so thick, and then it boils soft, and then it pops open, and inside is this very mealy tasting bean. But I just absolutely used to love it. I don't think they put anything else but salt and pepper in with the water. It was such a plain and simple thing, and I've always wanted to taste that again. So I've now found the seeds, and I'm hoping to get some more to grow. I'm really hoping. So one has germinated. Please wish for me that I would get more. Also, have you ever tasted it or heard of ground beans? We didn't used to call it ground beans. In Afrikaans they call it ronde boentjies, which means round beans. So who knows if ground beans become round beans or whatever, but it is a totally round ball of a bean. So it would be fascinating to know if you've ever heard of that before. Let me know in the comments. The strawberries are doing well. My only concern is I saw some ants on it yesterday, and reading up on it, I realized that ants could be dangerous because they farm the aphids that eat the strawberries. So aphids are plantluise in Afrikaans, and they eat any of your fruity vegetables, like tomatoes they love as well. And the aphids are farmed by ants so that the ants can eat the juice that the aphids produce, the syrup, which is called honeydew. But they look good, and there's one beautiful one waiting to be eaten. And this is the whole rest of my strawberry bed. On the side of the herbs, it looks good. This oregano, these were all planted from plants, not seeds. The oregano was taking strain. I think it was a bit dry in the inside for some reason. It's looking better now. So oregano, lemon thyme, normal thyme, and some rosemary. That's all I have at the moment. The tomato beds are waiting. They are waiting for their seedlings to get ready. In this tomato bed I have one spaghetti squash plant in there. I'm using this to cover it up at night still because I germinated it in the house and then planted it out here. It's looking really healthy. It's forming its second leaves. In this bed I also have basil growing all the way along this fence and on the other side of this trellis. None of these green basils have germinated yet. I planted basil in this bed on the same day as the bed next door, and look how pretty these ones are, little purple basil. There's a whole lot more here. Look at them, they are so cute and purple, and they're all the way along this bed, going all the way out there. This bed has rocket that has not germinated. There's a lovely, I bought that as a plant though, celery. Marigolds are growing. Also have some parsley planted here, not germinated. Coriander, one single plant germinated. More basil here, not germinated, as well as there. Then the kale are being attacked by something, but I'm okay with it. I'm not eating that much kale. It's basically for myself. And some of the staff eat some of it as well. So next time I'll cover them up though with bug netting. Maybe we can catch this bug in the act. I did plant fennel here, but from seed, so it will take a while for the fennel to be effective against the bugs. See, I'm seeing bugs. I can't say I can see. If they're the culprits, those particular ones. In the next bed we have these gorgeous carrots that are growing all the way along. And on the right hand side of the bed over there is all peas that's going to grow up this trellis. And some butterflies. The peas are just, some of them are starting to reach for the fence. It would be interesting to see after a week from now where they are at. Some gooseberries germinated in a pot here with an avo, so I'm hoping to save both of them. The last bed here, second last bed, we have these, all the salad leaves and salads that I planted and endives. There's a blue goldberry over here, and over there is another one. But other than that, this bed is just lettuce, and some of the lettuce, like the Great Lakes, have germinated nicely, but the Elisa is just started germinating very poorly at the moment, and then the Myra is not germinating at all. So for actually, I lie, there is one. There's one, they are purple, and I missed them because they're dark. So there's one there, but it's the only one as well. I think the dark things are taking strain here. This is a Batavian full heart, and a few of them have germinated. The radicchios, a few of them have germinated. And then the sorrel, the okra leaf red, and the Asian Musuna have not come up. I'm just reading the names. I've never tried these things. So we will have a go at it. There's white chicory that came up, or Witkloof chicory. They are, and then a gooseberry here, a little cucumber there. We have some coloured baby cabbages. There's one there in white. There's a white one here. There's a red one here. Again, 3 white ones germinated nicely. But the purple ones are struggling. Then a Barbara squash, bigger Barbara squash. And another one. I'm going to have to move some of these, I think. That is the garden tour. So that's what's growing in my garden on the 3rd of September. Let's see in a week's time what's happening then. Thank you for visiting the farm today. We hope you enjoyed seeing what's going on in our garden. We hope you're all well and see you soon. Bye!